Good morning, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Going live here in hopefully now, looks like. So, good morning. It is September 23rd. September 23rd. A little drizzly out. It's early. It's 7 a.m. I'm in my office. Been in here doing some work for a while. Going to be a busy day today. It's going to be a super busy day for me today. I have to run to Albany. I have to work the kitchen tonight. And been a busy week in general, just really busy week. And like I said the other day, I have not been on Facebook Live. I missed about 5 days, and my daily ritual here on Facebook to say hello, just because we were so busy, and I was so busy cooking all weekend and catering and all that kind of stuff. And Jamie and I are on our way to Mexico next week, to the Guadalupe Valley, to check out the wineries that are down there. We have our friend Thomas, who's a Mexican wine importer from Napa. He's going to show us around. He's probably one of the biggest, even though it's big is an understatement, one of the biggest wine importers from Mexico in the U.S. His wines come here to New York through one distributor. I've been using the wines on and off for about 16 years. We've had Baja California wines on our list one at a time, with great success, by the way, with really, really great success. They are making amazing wines down there. They have been for many, many years. In fact, the oldest winery in North America is indeed in the Baja region. 1497, they've been making wine. The Spaniards came in and brought their wine culture, and it's been history ever since then. So before the United States, they've been making wine. My notification just came out, so there's my sound check. I can hear myself. So it's in the morning, 7 a.m. I'm here. If you're watching live, by the way, drop a comment, hashtag live. If it's on the replay, hashtag replay. Facebook recently just updated the settings page or the dashboard for Facebook Lives. So it prompts me through a bunch more questions and or options here that are easy to find. So I was fooling around with that for a little bit before I went live here. So hopefully it's going to drop you a link or something somewhere to our website. I saw that, and of course I'm going to add polls and questions, which we've always been able to do. We just have not taken advantage of them. But now it's like right in front of me here where I can pop a poll or a question into these. So I've done that in the past, and it's been a lot of fun. So today's Facebook Live is about our menu. We are, obviously, a lot of people know, most people know that we're in like supply crisis, right? It started with toilet paper back in March of 2020 when toilet paper just emptied the shelves. And then eggs were gone, and it wasn't really the eggs were in shortage. It was the plastic containers or the cartons to put them in couldn't get produced quick enough, or logistics of getting them delivered. And then all of a sudden eggs were in short supply. It's amazing. Now plastic cups, like the world is out of 16-ounce plastic cups. They are almost nowhere to be found. 4 of our distributors are actually out of them. And it's crazy, really, really crazy. In fact, distributors that just specialize in that are out of them. We saw latex gloves go from $30 a case to $140 a case within a matter of 3-4 months. We were giving them away last year in the height of the pandemic as a safety, public service for safety. We were just giving out handfuls of gloves, and we had to stop once the price literally skyrocketed, and it happened within a couple of months. So we're seeing that prices all over the board are either there's short supplies or there's massive increases in prices. And food is no different. A lot of our food has almost doubled since this. And there's been certain items that have tripled and quadrupled, and it's just been insane to try to keep buying these certain foods and keep having them put them on our menu and keep raising the prices and raise the prices. So, for instance, like lobster doubled in price. Lobster meat, knuckle and claw meat, doubled in price, and it's been holding at that. And I was told, wait till July 4th. It's going to settle back down to lobsters. And it turns out that the Chinese are buying up all of our lobsters. A lot of our lobsters get shipped out to China, is what I'm being told by our seafood suppliers. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they're saying. So a lot of the processed, the tails and things are getting shipped out. Let's see. Chicken wings, we know, just like they went literally from like $1.79 to like $4.79 from January to April or May. A lot of restaurants took them off the menu. A lot of restaurants raise their price. Some restaurants even put market price on their menu for wings just because you had no idea what was happening to wings. And we've always paid a lot more for wings because we use a natural, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, basically organic brand of wings. We've always paid a lot more for our wings. So when the prices were going up on wings and they finally got to our price, I was like, well, now you know what I've been paying, and I'm charging the same price that you guys all charge. And then all of a sudden, the price just kept going up and up for the commodity stuff, and my organic stuff did take a hit. It did go up, and it went up and it stayed up, but not like the conventional wings. It just skyrocketed. Shrimp has increased 50% at least in the last 4 months alone. Our beef pricing has gone up 30%. I went to go buy pork loins, our natural pasture-raised pork loins this week for our pork schnitzel for our menu for Oktoberfest, and that doubled in price since last year. Doubled in price, and of course, it's hard for us to double our menu pricing. It's very hard for us to double our menu pricing because, to walk in and pay $44 or $40 for a schnitzel, and last year was $20. You'd be shocked at a restaurant if you had to pay double. Some restaurants are really. We went to a restaurant the other night that I've gone there a couple times, and they're extremely aggressive on raising their prices. Like a $50 mac and cheese that was pre-pandemic like $28 or $31. It's at almost $50 now. So there's one restaurant that we go to gets really aggressive on their menu pricing. Oil is the one thing that is just like most restaurants are paying $17-18 for 35 pounds of oil, and now they're paying $45 for it, so they've experienced over a double increase. Our oil that we were buying, this local sunflower oil, for years, it was $45 for a 35-pounder. Pre-pandemic, they came to me and said, Marcus, we're losing money at $45. And I said, I can imagine you are losing money at $45. To take local sunflower seeds, expeller press them, cold expeller press them, package them, and make this amazing product, I would assume 45 is not enough. And they go, yeah, you're right, we need to charge 60. So I said, no problem, $60, no problem. Meantime, most restaurants are paying 17 to, let's just say $20 for oil. And we use this oil in our little fryer for our chicken wings. And we use it to saute with, and it's just such a durable, strong oil, and it's just an amazing oil. One of the most high heat resistant oils out there, and it's just an all around great oil. And it's got a little flavor to it because it's cold pressed sunflower. It's unfiltered. Refining it and burning it and bleaching it and all that kind of stuff. It's basically pressed through the filter, bottled, and sent to us. So I went to $60, and I said, wow, it says I'm currently offline now. No, I'm offline. Okay, internet was restored. All right, so I guess I'm back. Hopefully I'm back. So we, where was I at? So we started paying $60 for the oil, which is no problem. It's a local producer, no problem. $60. Most people paying $20 for oil. And then they went to $85 in the pandemic, and now all of a sudden it's like almost up to $120. It's up to almost $120. Now, 2 years ago we were paying $45 for the same oil. So $120, and we have a little small pot fryer that we finish the wings in. So with the increase of wings, the cost of wings drastically increased on our side, and the price is hovering at that high price still. And the cost of oil, it cost me. I figured this out the other day. I put a pen and paper to this. For every order of wings, for every dollar I spend on wings, it costs me almost 20 to 25 cents for the oil to cook the wings, which adds 25% more to our food costs, basically, our food costs. And already an item that just isn't working that well. So, Jake, can you answer this? My phone's already starting to ring at 7 o'clock. So, on an item that's already stressed on finances, on meeting margins, we are at a point where the oil now is playing a significant role on the cost of this item. So what we're thinking of doing, or what I think we have to do for the time being, is eliminate wings from the menu for the time being until some cost stabilizes out here. I mean, I can't charge $20 for wings, and realistically, that's what they would need to cost for us to make margin on the wings. It doesn't make sense. It really just does not make sense. So we're probably going to eliminate wings for a while and see what happens with the costs on things until they stabilize. It's just insane. So I hope you're not mad at us. I mentioned that to a couple people, like, enjoy the wings while they're here this last week. And they were like, really, you're kidding me. And I just don't know what to do. Do we keep raising our prices? Do we try to make things work out? Do we go on hold for them a while? I'm not sure on those wings. We're already at $15 for the wings. So if you have any thoughts on that, drop some comments. Please, please, please drop some comments. Let us know. If everybody wants us to increase the price and keep going with that, that's fine. We actually smoke our wings for 3 hours first on our smoker, and people love that smoked effect. Most people love the smoked effect. Every now and then we'll get a comment. Every now and then, these are the worst wings I've ever had. These wings are terrible. There's an off taste to them. We're like, well, they are smoked. Well, they're smoked. That's why I don't like them. And the menu specifically says slow smoked wings. So sometimes people just don't read. They just say, oh, wings. And I'm guilty of that too. You just automatically assume something, and it's not the case because you don't finish reading. So those people that, well, I don't like it smoked. I would have never ordered if it was smoked. I didn't know that. Well, it's on the menu. So we slow smoke them for 3 hours, nice and slow. We rub them down with with Frontier brand Cajun spice, which is an unirradiated organic spice blend. Super amazing products. Frontier, all of their herbs and spices are unirradiated, and even if they're non-organic, they're still not radiated or unirradiated. So that's just another awesome point to Frontier stuff. But we use their organic Cajun spice, and then we slow smoke them for 3 hours, and then we just finish them in a fryer. Every time we fill this pot up with oil, though, it costs me like $50. Just to fill the pot up with oil costs $50. And this is something like that people normally don't think about in cost. Like people say, oh yeah, that restaurant's expensive, or that menu, the price, items price, $50 just to fill up that thing with oil. And then, of course, it's garbage once you finish using it, right? It's not one time every 50. You use it for a few days. But, once it goes bad, it's bad, and you throw it out. That's $50 down the drain or down into the grease trap, into the grease recycle bin. So, Gail's saying I'm not a fan of smoked either. So, yeah, smoked meats, smoked wings is not for everybody. Not for everybody at all. I understand that, and a lot of people love it. Some people don't. But that's the story with our wings for the time being. Not sure what we're going to do. If you're watching live, by the way, drop a comment, #live. It was on the replay, #replay. If you're watching on YouTube, it's always on the replay because we upload this to YouTube later, and it's usually a day later in most cases. So you can check out our YouTube channel too. AromaTimeBistro.com, THYME Bistro.com, AromaTimeBistro.com for anything else. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Jamie will be on later, hopefully doing her happy hour live.
Tomorrow is the start of Bees Knees Week.
Oh, Bees Knees Week, yeah. So this is exciting. Bees Knees Week. Tomorrow starts Bees Knees Week. So Bees Knees Week, Bar Hill Gin. Bar Hill Gin is a great distillery, Caledonia Distillery out of Vermont, and they make some pretty cool gin, and they make this gin liqueur with honey, and it's called Bar Hill Gin. Really, really cool. When people say to me, hey, Marcus, I don't like gin. I'm not a gin drinker. I say taste a little bit of this. I'm like, oh, I didn't know gin could taste like that. Well, of course, it's sweetened down a little bit because it is a liqueur, gin liqueur, but it's with honey, and it's amazing. They're like, oh, yeah, I'll try a Negroni with that. And people typically are like, wow, this is an amazing gin. So Caledonia Spirits Distillery, they're doing Bees Knees Week. So we're making cocktails with their Bar Hill Gin. If you consume it with us and you tag Bees Knees Week on Instagram or on social media, they will plant 10 square feet of bee habitat. They're very much into the bees. So bee habitat is what they'll be doing. They'll be planting that for every time you tag them with a picture of their drink. Any restaurant you go to that they sell products to that has Bar Hill. And there's a website that you can go on to, beeskneesweek.com, to go on and check out all the restaurants that are doing it. They will plant, if you do it here at Aroma Time and you tag us as well, we're actually going to plant a tree. So we're going to double the efforts, and we'll plant a tree here in the Northeast. Now we have the capabilities of planting trees in the Northeast here. with the tree program that we do. So, 2020 success at a glance. So 2020, they did it last year. They had 950 restaurants, bars, and stores participate. They had 7,400 cocktails shared on social media. So they planted 74,000 square feet of bee habitat last year. So that's what they did last year. I think last year was their first year they did it. So those are 2020 specs. So 74,000 square feet of bee habitat planted last year from Bees Knees from Caledonia Spirits. So great cause, great cause. So look for Bees Knees Week at any restaurant. Go to beeskneesweek.com. Last year they had 950 participating restaurants and stores, so and bars. So hopefully there'll be more this year and they can impact that even more. So folks, that's it for today. I got to go for my quick run, and then I have to head out to go to Albany. So everybody have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you later.